This thing is worse than my 2005 BMW. That's the title probably, and I'm gonna run with it. And no, it's not clickbait, but to give you a rundown of these cars, this is my 2005 BMW E46 330ci. It has a 6-speed manual transmission, and I've got the Recaro Sportsters in there, and it's a ZHP, so if you know, you know, but no, it's not an M3. And I still think this is a better car than this for me personally. As with this car, this is the 2020 Porsche 718 Cayman GTS. It's not the 4-liter, so it's got the shitty sounding boxer engine right here. And it's got a PDK, so, you know, like right off the bat, I'm sure you can tell why maybe I prefer that car over this car. And you might say, well, why didn't you get the 4-liter? Or like, why didn't you get a 6-speed manual transmission? Well, because I can't afford this car, okay? This is my mother's car. And for the record, yes, my mother is an affluent Asian woman. So leave your racist and classist comments down below. And I guess relating to that point, the first thing I don't like about this car before I even start up the engine is the looks I get while driving around it. Every single time I'm out driving this car, you know, I see all these white people looking at me and thinking that I'm this rich Chinese exchange student and they don't want me in their country. And as much as I'd like to pretend that I don't care what people think about me, I clearly do. And for those of you watching back at home, I'm Korean, okay? I'm not Chinese, and I'm a US citizen, so. All right. Pretty cool. So the reason I'm making this video is because we're getting rid of this car in 2 days. If you want to see what car we're getting instead of this, like and subscribe, and you can find out another time. All right, so right off the bat, the first thing I don't like about this car, this is actually the second time I'm filming this video. I actually filmed this video last night, and I looked back through the footage, and the NVH, is it even called NVH? I don't know. The in-cabin noise was so loud that you could barely hear my voice through the audio. So now I hooked up my microphone to the camera, and so hopefully you can actually hear me. But yeah, I think that's the first thing that like a lot of people don't necessarily realize about owning a Porsche. I'm sure the Panameras, the Macans, Cayennes, all of those are a little bit different. Maybe even the 911. I've never driven the 911, so I wouldn't know. But with this specific car, despite it not being the GT4 or the Boxster, it's got a lot of in-cabin noise, right? It's not very well insulated, and because of that, you're going to hear a lot of wind noise, a lot of road noise. The speakers suck, and you can't even hear it over the wind noise. And a lot of enthusiasts might say that that's a good thing, right? Because you're getting a sports car. You want the experience to be a little bit more raw, and you want to feel connected to the road. But the thing is, this thing sounds like a fucking lawnmower, okay? And going off of that point, I also want to get the most obvious point out of the way, which is the whole slow car fast versus fast car slow debate in the car community, right? And I don't want to sound like a snobby enthusiast, but it's a valid point. Like, this car is way too fast on the road. It's kind of like dating a supermodel and never taking her to the beach. And all you do with her is just go grocery shopping, right? Like, she's still hot, but you're not making the most out of what you've got. Just the entire time, you know what's underneath that hoodie, but you're going grocery shopping and you can never see it. So I don't want to sound like a pervert, but that's kind of what it is, you know? Like, if you can't touch the limits of the car might as well at least be a little bit more theatrical. You know, you want it to have a nice soundtrack, or you want it to feel special somehow, some way, right? Whether it's the steering or just the act of switching gears, whatever it is, you need something else to compensate for not being able to speed. I'm sorry, I got distracted by the other 718 behind me. And little does he know that this is not my car, and I'm talking shit about it because I'm a spoiled brat. Now the problem is, oh no, he's following me. God damn. You got a tune on that thing?
Huh?
You got a tune?
Got a tune, and I got a sole exhaust and downpipe.
God damn, how much does that cost?
Exhaust and downpipe is like 12.
Uh-huh.
Nothing
Well, I'll see you around. All right, so I guess I'm not the only spoiled kid out on the road. That feels nice. I'm not gonna lie. I don't want to be mean to that kid, but like even with the exhaust and the tune, it's not a good sounding car, right? Like the pops and bangs, they get fun, but that gets boring. So I lost track of what was I saying? What was I saying? All right, yeah, so unless I'm driving like this, look, this is the only way I can enjoy driving this car. It's not, like, I guess it's fun when you're younger, especially like that kid, but when it comes to myself, I just don't want to get pulled over in my mom's car and look like an idiot. Oh, see, now there's a cop right there, and he could have pulled me over. Oh, CSI, crime scene investigation. Ooh. It feels like I'm playing a video game. I don't really have to think. I can just drive like a dickhead like this, and it feels like I'm completely safe, and there's nothing that could go wrong. Oh, let me just enjoy this real quick. Oh yeah. See, we like the bendies. Oh yeah. Yeah, I'm supposed to be shitting on this car, and I'm just enjoying my drive right now. Oh God. Yeah, the torque is nice. I think manual transmissions are overrated. I like turboed cars. I'm not a purist, okay? And I really like this car. I don't want to give you the wrong idea that I'm ungrateful somehow. I'm just talking shit about this car. That's just for content, bro. I feel blessed every time I'm able to drive this car. Even like today, right? Like, this is amazing. This is gonna be my first video on the channel. And already I'm driving a Porsche. Not a lot of people get to have that option, right? So I'm aware of my circumstances. I'm aware that I am extremely fortunate to be able to drive this car. I just want to get that clear. But the thing is, when it comes to everyday driving like this, on roads, with other cars on the road, it feels like a waste of potential. Okay, I just realized I just went on a complete tangent the entire time, but going back to the cabin noise. My BMW is 20 years old at this point, and it's quieter inside than this car. Think about that. This type of car isn't for everyone, right? It's for enthusiasts who want a fun daily that they can also take to the track sometimes. And when you think of it like that, if it was my money, I don't think I would buy this car, because I can't enjoy it on the road. And I'm sure it's fun as hell on the track, but on the track, wouldn't you want a better sounding, more theatrical, more special car to drive? Thinking about it in that context, right? Like, this car doesn't have any back seats. So if you had a backpack and you had a passenger, you have to put that backpack in the front or the rear hatch. Coming from other cars, Like, this is still a sports car, so it's still gonna have a stiff ride. It's too low for most driveways. So when you think about it like that, I just have a hard time understanding who this car really is for. Besides someone like my mother, who bought this car as like a midlife crisis purchase, right? I understand that this badge means a lot to people, even non-enthusiasts, you know, like it's kind of a status symbol. Driving this car sometimes, it's kind of like walking down the street at night with the Rolex on your wrist. Hold on, let me just go pee real quick and then I'll talk to you. I think the thing about this car is that I can take this car out wherever I want, whenever I want, without thinking about whether it's safe for me to do so. It's pretty quiet, but see, even at idle, there's vibration in the steering wheel. You hear that? See how that's vibrating? See, immediately, this car, much more practical. I can put my backpack here, have a passenger here. I have way further visibility on the rear view mirrors. And it's just like, even at these speeds, the steering feels much more natural. I really hate to be that guy, but yeah, I have the interactivity with this transmission, and I don't know how to put it into words. You know, I feel like when you're talking to the average person and trying to compare this car to the Porsche, everyone's gonna say, well, yeah, of course the Porsche is a better car just because of the badge, the name value. It's a newer car. It's just even driving like a normal person like this and just doing this downshift and doing this pull only to get to that. Like I think for a lot of people, they might get the wrong idea that I'm just making this video because I'm trying to be edgy and, I don't know, just trying to go against the grain and make something that's controversial. But it's really like, I'm not trying to be controversial. There's just something more about this car that makes me feel just right. I'm not even trying to be one of those guys that say that like old cars are better than new cars and this car is better than that car because it's more raw and it's got hydraulic steering or whatever. It's just like, I guess all I'm trying to say is, if you can't afford this car, don't worry. There's better cars for a sixth, a seventh of the money.